Alright, here we go. A little overview of the CRX here. This is my buddy Ron's car, and supposed to be put a fender on it and paint it type of deal, but I've told stories before about doing paint and body work and then wondering if I'd ever make it as a paint and body man. I was a body man for, well, actually I was a painter for years. And I worked at Volkswagen, and they wouldn't take anything off the car. There was a bunch of old body men there, and you just best tape it off, you know. And they had way more power than the painters at that shop, and I taped parts off and stuff. And a friend of mine got a job at the dealership and convinced me that I needed to be a body man. And you know, I was a painter. I had a couple paint guns, a DA, and a buffer. As all body men know, that's pretty much what a painter has. Back in the old day, they used to make fun of us because, you know, we didn't need any tools to do our job. But he convinced me that I should learn how to be a body man, and that he was going to go into the office and become a manager, and I'd be working for him. And he would not only train me, but he would let me use all his tools. And that's Greg, my buddy in Pennsylvania. So he watches these videos every now and then. He's probably chuckling. But my first job that I did was a bedside. And I got up to speed pretty quick, riding his coattails. He was an excellent body man. He could fix anything. And he got me out of numerous jams. And I ended up working for him for quite a while. He got a job at a smaller body shop. Although it was smaller, it was a lot more high volume, and they basically did Hondas. That was their car of choice. And the shop was owned by painters, two brothers, and they were painters. And they started a body shop, and they hired some body men. And you know, they were going to paint a door. There wasn't a piece on it. You know, we'd strip it to nothing. So Greg, my buddy, changed jobs and insisted that I go to K&J and that I'd make more money and la. And I was pretty comfortable at Volkswagen. And they have a really good Christmas bonus program there. But reluctantly, I went to K&J. And that's where I told you I learned how to do body work. The painters there were ball busters. You know, they wanted everything off the car. They'd strip cars down to nothing. We had bins that we'd put everything in, and Hondas have a million parts. Here's the bin for this car. People just think you're gonna scuff it and shoot it, but the rubbers overlay onto the panels. This car has rust issues coming out from you know, everywhere. So if I don't address them, they're just going to come right back. We got the channel for the sunroof is bad. The sunroof doesn't go back, so we cut the windshield out yesterday, and there's nothing there here. It's all gone. There's the headliner right there, so we're going to have to pull the headliner out of the car, obviously, to weld all this. You have to put some metal in here, give it some structure again. He wants to give this car to his son. Same thing with the other side, all the way through. So now we got to pull the sun visors off, get the headliner pulled out of the car, and we had to pull the belt moldings off, obviously, because it's chalky, and if you try to paint just up to the belt molding, it's going to peel. So this isn't like doing a used car. You know, when you do a car for a friend, you sort of have to do it right. You guys know that. You can see how much dirt hides behind the moldings. That's all the dirt that's back there. So if you leave the moldings on, prep the car, you just have mud back there, you try to tape it off, and that's where the dirt comes from. So we had a little rust issue here. And then we got serious rust issues here. I got a big hole here. It's all, you know, gonna have to be rebuilt. And then this is completely gone. The whole rear structure of the car is not much there. This is what holds all the slides and the glides for the bumper, so all that'll have to be addressed. And the rebar is completely rotten. Had to chisel it off, but however, I'm sort of getting sidetracked. when I went to K&J, it was a couple days into the job. And of course, there's always the honeymoon period when you go to work somewhere. You guys know that. And it was no different for me. I got a couple rear body panel jobs. And, you know, I was able to fix them for him. He was all excited about it. And he's like, oh man, a guy that can fix stuff. And, you know, predominantly the shop, they replaced everything. We did a lot of quarter panels, a lot of door skins, a lot of door shells, a lot of clips. It was a heavy collision shop, but run by painters. And painters can be very anal. You know, I do both. I make videos on painting and I make videos on body work. That's my heater because it's cold. You guys can turn that refrigerator, shut the refrigerator door. We've got enough cold air now. But anyway, sometimes I think there's some, you know, that's why there's some dislikes on the videos. You know, painters and bodymen are completely two different types of people. I was fortunate enough to meet a really good bodyman even before Greg when I was a painter that basically taught me a new process on how to prep, you know, and saved me a bunch of time. And when I was doing it, there were still old timers teaching you how to do stuff. You know, they'd show you tricks, and when you get stumped on something, you know, you could call somebody over. But these Hondas, man, I didn't think I was going to make it, you know. There's just so much stuff to take off on them, and then you always get the car back on a Friday, and you got to put everything back together, and you don't ever want to scratch a painter's car, not a body man. That's a big no-no. There wasn't a lot of love, and you know, we'd have to pay the painters to fix anything we'd mess up. But eventually I stuck it out there. I wanted to quit and go back to the Volkswagen dealership, but I ended up working for Greg until he moved to Pennsylvania, and then I sold my house and moved to Pennsylvania even and worked for him there, and that just didn't work out. It was too cold, too far away from family and stuff, and yeah, another rusted bolt here. Oh, there we go. But anyway, these are the cars that almost ended it for me, having to take them all apart all the time. Some of the clips on these are a pain in the butt. And eventually I went from K&J to Toyota, and Toyota was like a heaven sent. Everything snaps together with the clips. You know, you need an 8mm, 10mm wrench and a clip tool, and you're good to go. But yeah, so this is a job brought back a lot of memories of working at K&J on Hondas. Just like this door panel, you have to remove all the seat belts and everything with it, and it's just it gets pretty involved. People don't realize the process to just take the door handle out. This door handle needs to come out because it's rusted around the handle. Now I'm looking for my door handle tool. Already got the other side apart. Anyway, again, I want to say thanks to all you guys that helped out. You know, been a little lean lately. That was the clip flying across the floor there. I just want to get your hardware. There you go. I've got a bag for this stuff somewhere. But here's the clip. And usually I'll take the handle off and just put the clip right back in it. And, that way it just it's safe and sound that way. Well, when it's not cold out, you can do it. There you go. Anywho, took this screw out. It's a little cold in there. It's got to be 50, 60 degrees in here. I know a lot of you guys are much colder than that right now. Anyway, these things got a lot of hidden screws, and I had to ask a lot of questions. I had to learn to ask questions when I went to work at K&J. But that's where I met Jim Houston. He was a painter there, and he said my body work was really bad, but he didn't say it that nice. He was really hard on me, and but he did take the time to teach me how to do mud work the way he wanted it done. And he was a lot like Matt, you know, if you guys watch Shut Your Face Garage. He wanted everything finished in 320, and there should be no metal showing, and everything needed to be glazed. And we didn't use Bondo at that shop. We used a different type of stuff. It's called Mars Guard. And we used that for a long time. I know back in the late 90s it was almost $75 a gallon. But they ended up going to, it was a bomb being dropped in the Ocala National Forest, if you're wondering why the building just rattled. Anyhow, they've been bombing pretty heavy the last couple days. I was thinking about taking a ride out there, like Easy Jeezy does. Missed the Easy Jeezy videos, haven't seen him much lately. Not riding around anyway, probably snowy. But you can actually ride down the road where they dropped the bombs there in Ocala. It's not far from here, probably about 20 miles. And they've been shaking the ground pretty hard lately. But anyway, back to Jim Houston there. He schooled me on the body work quite a bit, and it took quite a while to get them where they would do my work. You know, the painters were famous there for sending your stuff back if you're a body man. And I've never had to deal with that before, because I came from a shop where they really didn't you know, blame anything on the body man. It was the painter's fault, you know. So total role reversal, and it was an eye-opener. My buddy Jim Houston, he's an instructor now at Mid-Florida Tech, so he's a teacher now. And, he was a good teacher when I worked at K&J, so I'm not surprised that he took that route. He was a pretty patient guy, and pretty cool dude. One day I'd like to go over to the technical college where he's at. I don't know if that's possible. Maybe do a video. I actually went to school there myself. The instructor was Mike Dolby when I went. I did take that screw out, didn't I? Yep. Honda's just, they just keep giving and giving. Everything's a nice tight fit. It being cold out doesn't help. There we go. Bomb number 2. I don't know if you can hear those. I've had people ask me what that was before. I know that Connor lives over there in Ocala and works at a stable. I'm sure the horses don't like those bombing days. But yeah. So I don't know what they've been bombing for or what they're practicing for over there. But that goes on quite a bit. I always feel when the soda's been spilt down the door panel. Okay, we got that screw, these screws, we got the door handle, we got that swung out of the way. Bring the seatbelt around here. I think I got this loose. Yep. And then there's some 14 millimeters. I got that screw out. That's the neighbor starting to scar. That might have been another bomb there for a minute. And you got these clips. Pull out. You want to pull by the clips so you don't break the door panel there. This bad boy should slide up here at some point. There we go. So you can see, you went from taping stuff to having to take all this off. It'd be quite the shock. I really miss K&J. It was just bought out by a big body shop type place, where they buy all the shops in town. It's called Grabbers. They do glass and collision work, and they bought out all the recovery rooms and a couple other places. So that just released the seatbelt down. That lets you lay this down like so. Next thing we're going to do is take the seatbelts off, and we can push the door panel out of the way and get to the door handle. That's what we're after, and this mirror has to come off to let the trim molding off there. Another bomb there. That's 3. They're pretty heavy on the bombs today. So makes you wonder. Makes you wonder. I guess if they don't use them, they can't get extra ones, Anybody else live by a bombing range where they bomb? We have 2 of them pretty close to our house. We have the one in Ocala, and there's another one I believe was in Marion County, which is Lake George. They have some floating barges out there that they have to target, and one of the cool things to do is to go out there with your boat and get up on the barge, But you don't want to be out there at the wrong time. I think they patrol when they're going to do the bomb runs. I'm sure they'd have part of the forest closed off right now. But it's got to be quite a shock to those animals out there hearing that. So everything's deteriorated on this car. Pretty bad. Seems to be melted, like it was in a fire. I don't know. None of the plugs want to come out. None of the quick releases work. It is getting old, so could just be an age thing. Yeah, but anyway, we used to have bins. And, each body mill would have their own bins. And, you take 10 cars apart like this, and then have to put them all together on Friday. And it used to get pretty crappy. Right before I left there, they did a total revamp. They actually bought carts. And the cart would hold almost, a complete car. You could hang your door panels on it. They had drawers for nuts and bolts, and if you had a painted hood, you could put the hood on there and roll it back from paint. It's pretty cool. It's some pretty cool stuff. And, I think Sherwin-Williams ended up coming in and taking over the shop. They put in 2 new Garmat boosts, downdrafts. We had 1 downdraft, and they put 2 more in. And like I said, it's a big shop now. All right. That bolt, that bolt. One more bolt. I should say a nut, because that's what it is. It's not a bolt, it's actually a nut. Trying to hold it down, guys. I know it's loud. A lot of extra threads. All right. I have my tool somewhere. Not here though. These will work. UPS has been up and down the road lately. Santa sleigh. There you go. Now our door panel's free, and hopefully this one won't break when we take it off. Well, we got lucky. Usually it breaks this little tab off, but Ron's a pretty lucky guy. You used to pay 2.5 hours to take one of these doors apart and put it together. So that was the one good thing. Every car you did there, you know, you had tear down time on the doors. And they usually get it. Sometimes you'd have to tear them down for free, the blend panels, but there's that. Molding will come off. Another bomb. Got a little screw over here. Need a screw. There we go, bomb number 4. You guys are getting to hear the artillery today, man. So there we go, that's that part. I think I'll turn this off. The door handle's a real bitch, so I don't want to, you know, be cussing before Christmas and stuff on camera. So, thanks for hanging out with me for a while. You guys push the record button. Some of you old guys that aren't making videos, I don't need to name names. And yeah, was thinking about getting back into the mumble thing. You know, I haven't done that in a long time, and thinking about checking that out. I know that's a way to get in touch with some of you guys that don't make videos. I know a lot of you guys like to get into the mumble, and a lot of the guys from you know, different parts of the world can get in there, and I don't think it costs much. If anything, I think Hanson pays all the cost for the mumble. You know, a lot of times when I got into the mumble, like, you know, a lot of people ask questions, and when I look back, you know, I feel like I don't know, I stink it up. So I don't want to stink your chat room up, you know, but it'd be good to talk to you guys, hang out in there, and see what's going on with some of you guys. This is bomb number 6. But anyway, yeah, you know, I just felt like a lot of times I get in there and answer a lot of technical questions and stuff. And, you know, I don't want to be the guy that knows it all. I'm just trying to help you guys out, you know. If you want the help, that's cool. So I was thinking about maybe doing the mumble thing on Sunday with you guys, and then maybe picking a day out of the week to do a Google live chat thing, you know. If you wanted some body information or Volkswagen information or whatever you guys wanted to do, you know, we just primarily do like a yeah, if I could talk I could say it, but shop talk type thing. Anyway, I was just thinking about that. If you guys are interested in something like that, maybe we can do something like that, set something up. And there's always the Mumble. Hanson does that, and that's available to anybody that wants to get in. I know Terry's got a video up on how to do it, and there's a lot of guys. But just wanted to give a shout out to Jake and Al. Haven't heard from Jay in a while. Haven't seen a video. He's a truck driver, does truck driving videos, and has Project Blackbird. You know, gives instruments away. And Jay, I hope everything's okay. Hope you're doing good. And hope you didn't find a ditch somewhere along the high interstate there. Yeah. So let's start making some more videos and flood the interwebs with some videos on what's going on. Alright guys, we're going to shut this out. 27-minute movie there. Oh my gosh, you guys will be not liking the long ones. Some of you guys do though, so that's cool too. So congratulations again on the winners. Siggy gassed up there. Boom, bomb number 7. They're laying them down. Sorry I can't pronounce her name. McCullough 013. Fin Painter. Deuce 2011. And Tim's Beetle. So yeah. So that's what's happened. So that's what's happening. It's a pretty nice day out here, I think. It's cold. You know that. It's you know, 60 degrees out. I sold that Grand Marquis yesterday, I think. It's not sold until they pick it up. I think somebody said that once in a video. But the guy seemed interested. He was going to use it for a project. You know, he's a glass guy that cut the glass out for me. He's building some rat rod pickup. And he was thinking that he could pull the body off of that and maybe use it. So maybe that'll be gone. And then Hans is working on getting his Mustang there stripped down so he can take it to the Masharooner and get that thing smashed up. So he might do that so he can have some Christmas money to buy his girlfriend a present or something. I don't know what that would be worth with no motor in it, or wheels or tires or a hood. So we'll see. But thanks again for you guys being who you are, doing what you do, and thanks for subscribing, liking, disliking, whatever. Just thanks for being there when it matters.